Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 560 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I'm trying out this In the Balm of Your Hand Greatest Hits Volume 2 palette from the Balm Cosmetics that I got in my August Ipsy Glam Bag Plus box. So if you want to see my unboxing of that, I will have that video linked down below. But so this palette retails for $32 and I'm so excited because this palette basically has everything I need to do a full face look. So it comes with a large mirror, you get a bronzer, 3 blushes, 4 eyeshadows, and a highlighter. So this is seriously such a great palette for travel. I love to bring palettes just like this when I travel, ones that have large mirrors and all of my products in one compact area. So then I'm not bringing a separate eyeshadow palette, my separate blushes, my bronzer, my highlighter. This is just so much easier. But so I'm really excited to see how these products perform. I'm gonna start out by doing some bronzer. Looking at my face right now, it just looks so one color, and I need to do that contour, that sun-kissed effect that bronzer gives me. Oh, I feel so incomplete without it. But so this is the Bahama Mama bronzer, and I'm gonna start out by swatching it. I really do like this color. So let's see how that looks. Ooh. Beautiful pigment. That's a really nice powder. And it seems more of like a warm tone, but great for both contouring and bronzing. It doesn't have any shimmer to it, which is good for contouring. So when I do my bronzer, I use a fluffy angled brush. This is from Wet n Wild. I got this at the Dollar Tree. It's one of my favorite brushes. But so I'm just gonna pick up a little bit. I know that this is pigmented, so I'm trying to go in with a light hand. And I apply my bronzer slash contour into the hollows of my cheeks. Just like that. And ooh, I feel like this blended out so easily. And I really do like that color. If you want it to be a deeper shade, as you can see, you could build it up. But for my skin tone, I want to keep it pretty much a thin layer to keep it pretty light. And I feel like it's doing a great job of contouring, like it's giving that depth shadow effect. Okay, and then there's definitely some kickback here. But then I always take my bronzer and contour underneath the jawline. And then for my nose shape, I'll just take the bronzer right under my nose to give it that lifted effect. And then I just take it a little bit along the sides. So it's very quick when I do nose contour. And then I also like to take it along my hairline. And I'm so glad that this shade is working for all of those places that I like to apply my bronzer, because then you really just need this one shade that comes in the palette. Okay, adding some color to my skin, adding that contour bronzing effect is all set now. Ooh. I love all of these different blush shades. I'm not even sure which one I want to go with. So I'll just start out by swatching each one. So we have Down Boy, Frat Boy, and Instain, which all of these colors, you can also use them as eyeshadows. You don't just have to use them as blushes and bronzers. So it's 2 matte blushes, and then this one here, In Stain, has a little bit of shimmer to it. Ooh, but I really like all of those colors. That first one, let me just get a little bit more. See if that can swatch with a bit more pigment. Okay, yes, good. Seriously, all of these blushes are so pretty. I'm glad that they're all colors that I would wear. So I'm just gonna take my blush brush and pick up this middle shade here called Frat Boy. And I'm gonna try and go in with a light hand again. Yeah, I feel like that's a nice little flush of color. It's nothing too overpowering when I just go in with a very light amount. I do kind of feel like 3 blushes is a lot though. I almost would have rather them do a second highlighter, even a second bronzer. All right, I feel like my skin just has so much more color and dimension and life to it now than when I first started. And really all I needed was just 2 colors from this same palette. So that is so easy. Now it's time to move on to the eyes. So I did already go ahead and I primed my eyelids using the Urban Decay Primer Potion because I always use that when I apply eyeshadow. But if you want to see my review on that primer potion, I will have that video linked down below. And then for a transition shade, I would typically go in either with the bronzer or this shade here called Matte Russo, which is a matte rosy nude shade. So I'm just going to pick that up on my crease brush. You know what? I forgot to even swatch that, so I'm just gonna actually do a little swatch of this one as well. Wow, this one blends in with the blushes. This could be another blush shade if you wanted a mix of more of like a blush bronzer shade. But that swatched really nice, good pigment. When I'm applying this onto my eye, I feel like it's looking very pink for a transition shade, which is okay. I'm just used to more of a neutral brown shade typically, but it really just depends on the eye look you're doing. So I'm gonna try and make this work with the other colors in the palette. I'm sure they're all formulated to look good together, but this is blending very easily. It's looking smooth and even. Okay, so we've got transition shade, and then in the outer corner I like to use a darker shade, so I'm going to go in with this one here. This is called Matte Reed. So let me just start off by swatching. Now this looks pigmented. Ooh, yes. It's a really nice dark shade. It almost looks a little bit plum. So then I take more of a packed eyeshadow brush to pick up the darker shade to work into that outer V. All right, good. This is blending out very nicely. At first I wasn't sure if this was going to blend out very evenly, but it's taking a little bit of time to blend it out. But it's working. Just you need to have some patience. But honestly, it's like that with any eyeshadow look. And so far, I am really liking these shades together. This transition shade with this dark brown plum shade looks so good. And then I'm just using my same crease brush to blend out the outer corner some more. And the eyeshadow look could stop here, but I want to add that next level glam. So I'm going to take this more shimmery shade here called Firm. So with the shimmer shadows, I like to just apply those with my finger. But first I'm going to swatch it. Ooh. Ooh, that looks so pretty. That actually has way more of a metallic finish than I expected. That might be the best swatch yet. Ooh, that's such a pretty shade. It's brown, but it has such pretty like gold shimmer to it. So I'm just going to focus this color onto the rest of the eyelid. I'm just going in with a little bit more, and it is buildable. I love how that looks. That shimmer is so pretty. So now I'm just taking my crease brush and blending it all together some more. And now the palette has this Merry Luminizer. So I'm going to use that shade. It's like a highlight shade, but ooh, pretty. I'm going to use that to highlight the brow bone and the inner corner. Pretty. Yeah, that has some nice shimmer to it as well. Ooh, oh, that's pigmented. You only need a little bit of that. That's a really nice brow highlight shade, and then I'm just going to take a little bit more to apply to the inner corners. That's such a beautiful inner corner highlight shade. Wow, this palette really does have everything I need. And now the last step, so that I'm incorporating all of the eyeshadow shades into my eye look, is to take this Alice Copper shade, which this is like a shimmery dark plum purple shade, and swatch that. Pretty. It's not as shimmery as the highlight and the bronze eyeshadow that I applied to my eyelid, but it still has a little bit of sparkle to it. But I think that's going to be so pretty along the lower lash line. Wow, there we have it. All of these eyeshadows really do look so good together. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the Merry Luminizer and highlight my cheekbones as well. Wow, I did not even realize how intense this is. But it blends out too, so you can leave it as a very intense highlight or blend it out to a really nice glow. That looks so good on the skin. Very smooth on the skin. Doesn't look cakey, not emphasizing texture. That's really pretty. A great, very versatile highlight. Let's go in a little bit more and build that up. Ooh, yes. I feel like I was able to complete my entire makeup look using this palette. So I think that all of the shades looked really good. I really love the finished eye look. Here it is. And I love how my skin, my complexion is looking with that bronzer, blush, and highlight. So I'm very happy to have this in my collection now. I'm definitely going to take this with me on my upcoming trips, because I actually have a lot of trips coming up in September. I have a bunch of weddings that I'm going to. I'm going to LA and Dallas soon. So this will be so good to bring with me to all of those different occasions. And if you've tried this palette before, I would love to know in the comments down below how you like to use it, what color combinations you found to be your favorites. And thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.